right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind you through this video how to write formulas. So here is your compound, copper 2 sulfide. This right here tells you the oxidation number, okay? So that lets me know that copper has an oxidation of +2. Now, sulfide, because it ends in IDE, it comes off the periodic table. So you've got to look up at the periodic table, and sulfide has a -2 charge. So that would just be S. So anytime you have a +2 and a -2, you leave them, they cancel each other out. So my formula would be CuS. Okay. So my next one is magnesium hydroxide. All right, so go ahead and write down your element. So the first element is magnesium. What is the charge of magnesium on your periodic table? It is in the alkaline earth, which means that it has a +2 charge. Now, hydroxide is on your polyatomic sheet, which is OH. Okay, it has a charge of -1. So you got to remember, when we make formulas, the superscripts become the subscripts, but you just don't put in the positive and negative signs. So your formula is going to be MgOH, and I've got to put the parentheses because that OH is hydroxide, and I need 2 of them. Okay, so anytime you have a polyatomic, you need to add the parentheses to it. Okay, here's the next one, the last one. Strontium nitride. All right, so I'm going to go back to this one. You see, if it ends, well, I might end up doing another one. If it ends in ate or ite, you're going to find this on the polyatomic sheet, okay? If it ends in IDE, it's on your periodic table, with the exceptions of like ammonia and hydroxide. There's a couple of those that are on that polyatomic sheet. So strontium is in the alkali earth metal. So that means, oops, that's SR, sorry. So it has a charge of +2. Nitrogen, because that's what makes it nitride, has a charge of -3. Guys, I am getting this from where we memorized the oxidation numbers of our columns. Nitrogen is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th column. So that means it has 5 electrons in its outer shell. It wants to pull on 3, and that's what would make it a -3. So this would be, this goes down here, this goes up here. So it would be SR3N2. That is the formula. You are going to have to write formulas on your calculations. So you've got to make sure you know what you're doing. All right, let me do one more. Let's say I had let's do magnesium and let's do phosphite, which is PO3. So magnesium has a charge of 2. Phosphate has a charge of -3. I know that PO3, here's another thing you need to remember. Count your capital letters, 1, 2, 3. That's how you know you're dealing with a polyatomic ion. Over here, you just have 2, okay, because you've got to look at the capital letters. All right, so this would be Mg3. Remember, you don't write down the negative. Put in parentheses PO3, and then I need 2 of those.